and welcome to the only show on TV where Asclepius and JLS might both get a shout-out. It's Only Connect, a very special edition in aid of the BBC's fundraising appeal for children in need. And we've got some very special guest quizzes. Tonight we'll be testing the brains behind famous faces to see if they're supercomputers or simply cubicles in which little old men desperately pull strings. I am delighted to welcome, on my right, Daisy Goodwin, best-selling novelist, award-winning TV producer, businesswoman, memoirist, poetry anthologist and presenter. Is there anything this woman can't do? Yes. I've heard she's weak on the noble gases in order of atomic mass. And looking at tonight's questions, unlucky. Matthew Parris, Times journalist and Radio 4 presenter, arguably the greatest columnist in modern newspapers. Matthew was an MP for the Conservative Party at the height of its reign in the 1980s. But he wisely sensed the way the wind was blowing and got out in the nick of time, just 11 years before they fell from power. And their captain, Charlie Higson, TV and radio comedy star, producer, director and writer. His series of young Bond novels inspired me to start my own series, Young Marple. In my books, she's only 70. So Charlie writes Bond novels, Daisy loves Sean Connery, and Matthew types beautifully for a living. So together they are the Goldfingers. Charlie, was it hard to win over Bond fans when you started writing?
Well, they were furious when it was announced that, a TV comedian was going to be writing these, but they thought it was all going to be James Bond handing his homework in late and having glasses of milk shaken and not stirred. But luckily, when they came out, I completely won them over because they saw it was mostly sex and violence and heavy drinking.
Well, that's excellent. Your opponents tonight are, on my left, Clark Carlisle, English professional footballer, chairman of the Professional Footballers Association and multiple former winner of Countdown. He officially won the title Britain's brainiest footballer. You may think that's not saying much, but remember, Albert Camus was a footballer. And if you're currently grinding your way through Christian metaphysics and Neoplatonism, bear in mind he was bloody good in goal. Richard Osman, increasingly in demand for comedy panel shows and winner of Heat magazine's Weird Crush Award. Richard is best known as Alexander Armstrong's brilliant sidekick on Pointless, the quiz where the cleverest people can score 0. So he should be right at home on Only Connect. And their captain, Rosie Boycott. She studied maths at the University of Kent. She's trustee of the Hay Festival and the first woman to edit 2 national broadsheet newspapers. Rosie and I don't know each other very well, but she used to run a farm in Somerset, so she's familiar with grumpy cows. Clark is about to acquire a flock of chickens. Richard used to own 8 ducks, and Rosie is installing a duck house. With the best sporting intentions, they are the fowls. Rosie, why are you getting a duck house?
Because my moorhen, who is sitting on her eggs, is living in a box. And I thought that, as duck houses are very in vogue, that I would attempt to build a duck house. So it is still an attempt, but I intend to succeed, so that she has a palace to live in. I was actually thinking of recreating the Shard in Somerset on a small pond.
Before we play the quiz, a reminder that we are playing tonight in the hope of raising money for children in need. So if you feel you can afford to give something, please go to the website bbc.co.uk/Pudsey. But it's quiz time here. Goldfingers, you won the toss and you'll be going first. Please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
We'll go with water, I think.
OK. For now, I simply want to know what is the connection between 4 clues. The fewer clues you need to give me the right answer, the more points you get. And these are going to be picture clues. Here's the first.
A bust of a Roman emperor? Which one?
We don't know who he is.
Hadrian, maybe?
Next.
Ronnie Barker. In Open All Ears?
Yes. What was he called in that?
I'm afraid I don't know.
Oh, we're not getting any tweaks
I think
and
we'd better
twinsies
go
here.
to the next one.
Bust. Toga. Next.
Oh, now who is that?
Don't even know.
That's...
10 seconds.
Monty?
I think it is.
No, it's like...
A young Prince Philip, is it?
No.
3 seconds.
They're all people looking from right to left.
Torsos.
I'm afraid I can't accept that answer, so I'm going to show the 4th clue to the fowls for a possible bonus point.
Yes.
We think it is speech impediments.
They are all people who spoke with a stammer. Who are you looking at?
Claudius, Arkwright,
Montgomery.
and
Porky Pig.
Porky Pig.
Well, that's interesting. It's making me wonder if you got that purely from Arkwright. Because the first picture is Demosthenes, who put pebbles in his mouth, the orator, and the third one is George VI from the King's Speech.
From the King's Speech.
What did we say for number one?
I think you said Claudius.
I meant Demosthenes.
Oh, you meant Demosthenes. I'm so sorry.
And I get those two sometimes. Just
And I
the
contributed Porky Pig, so I'm happy.
So Britain's cleverest footballer, that's proved.
Very well played. So that's a bonus point for you, Fowls. You may now choose your own question.
Should we have lion?
Why not?
OK, we'll have the lion.
What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Mark Antony. Oh, we're back classical. Can we have the next?
All played by Sid James.
Could be. Do we... OK, let's go for it.
No, I don't know if he played
Let's
Mark
try
Antony.
it.
He certainly plays as a-
Yes, he did. He did play in Carry On Up there.
Okay,
Sid James.
I beg your pardon?
All played by Sid James.
They are all roles played in Carry On films by Sid James. You didn't need to see The Black Fingernail and Sid Boggle. Well done, Fowls, then, for the points. Back to you, Goldfingers, to choose a question.
Twisted Flax.
The music question. That's always good news, isn't it? OK, so what is the connection between these clues that you're going to hear? Here's the first.
Sousa, tubers.
Could be Monty Python. Next.
They're all songs sung by Monty Python, aren't they? Multiple. Just the numbered. The Yellow Rose of Texas. Yes. Are they all things of states in America? Yeah.
10 seconds.
States.
American states we're going to go for.
Brilliantly coming in after just 2 clues. You get 3 points. States of America. You didn't need to hear California Girls or Hawaii 5-0.
Oh, shame.
Daisy, I sense you were instrumental there. Did you recognise the first piece?
No, but I recognise the second one.
But you said it was Sousa, which it is.
I knew it was
Washington-
Sousa, but
Washington
I
Bell.
didn't know which one.
The Washington Post.
Washington Post.
And then the Yellow Rose of Texas. All contain the names of states of the USA. Very well done.
Got it.
Back to you then, Fowls, for a choice.
I have Horus, please, Vicky.
Eye of Horus. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Ghastly. In the comments. Next, please.
Oh, are they, the things that people have... Descriptions of someone.
Someone's voice.
Thinking maybe
You want
someone...
another clue?
Someone in particular, what they...
Should we get the third one?
Yeah.
We'll have a third. Next, please.
It looks like a tart's bedroom.
10 seconds.
They...
Something.
All things
3 seconds.
All things Simon Cowell.
Oh, I'm afraid you've run out of time, so I'm going to show the 4th clue to the Goldfingers for a possible bonus point.
We
What's your answer?
Oh, well,
Yes,
we're torn
yes,
between
yes,
either
yes.
Margaret Thatcher or Prince Philip. What should
yes,
we go
I
for?
think Prince Philip.
We're going to go for things that Prince Philip has said.
They are things said by Prince Philip.
Well done.
Yes.
Matthew, that's
He described 2 places as ghastly. Matthew, do you know what they were?
China?
One of them was Beijing.
Yeah, well, there we are.
Yes.
And the other? Stoke-on-Trent. He didn't like that either. What did he describe as looking like a tart's bedroom?
Oh.
Was it his bedroom?
No, it was was it the Speaker's No, it wasn't the Speaker's chambers, was it? No.
It was the house of the Duke and Duchess of York. Yes, we managed not to find room for him saying to a British student who just got back from New Guinea, "You managed not to get eaten then." These are all gaffes by Prince Philip. So you get the bonus point, Goldfingers. You may now choose your own question.
Well, let's try Horned Viper.
The Horned Viper. What is the connection? Here's the first clue.
Mogwai. It's, I think it's is it Lord of the Rings or something like that? Next. 2K.
Oh dear, it's the noble gases. No. Whoops.
Crikey, 2K becomes 2KH and hydrogen gas.
Are they all formula?
No idea. No, we better go for another one.
Yeah.
Next. Pernode.
Chemical reactions.
When you add water to
Chemical
things. Things that happen when you add water.
You are absolutely right. The effects of adding water. You didn't need to see the melting of the Wicked Witch. Mogwai multiply in which film?
Gremlins.
Gremlins.
That's more my genre.
Gremlins. Unlucky, the other team got it. Pernod turns milky white, and do you know what that second clue represents?
The potassium?
Absolutely. Potassium becomes potassium hydroxide and hydrogen. You knew everything about that question. It went to the other team.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate, isn't it?
But that's right, Goldfingers. That is the effect of adding water.
Well done.
Over to you then, Fowles, for the last question of the round. 2 reads. Oh, I wrote this question. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
The glass key.
OK, next one.
It's not Sherlock. Is it Sherlock Holmes
Is it
parodies or?
Because it wasn't... Who did Sherlock Holmes parodies? Modern Sherlock Holmes.
Should we get the third one?
OK, next one.
Are the episodes or...
10 seconds.
Should we get the fourth one?
Can we have the fourth? There are new Sherlock Holmeses.
I'm afraid that is not the answer, so there's a possible bonus point for the Goldfingers.
Oh, we're not sure. We've got Dashiell Hammett and T.S. Eliot.
I'm trying to read Richard's lips here.
Do you have an
'Cause he's
answer?
just remember the answer.
Yeah, we've just got it.
Too late now, I'm afraid.
No.
Well, I said I wrote it, so regular viewers already know it's not going to be golf or maths. You say you know it now, Rosie?
We think it's literary prizes.
They are prizes for writing crime fiction. Yes. You're not familiar, Daisy, with the Golden Dagger?
Afraid not. I should know it. My brothers won it, and I still didn't know it, so there you go.
OK, we're at the end of round 1, and looking at the scores, the Fowles have got 4 points, but the Goldfingers are ahead with 6. Before we continue, a little reminder of why we're here. It is, of course, for children in need, and here's how you can help. Every penny you give to BBC Children in Need will go towards projects helping disadvantaged children in the UK. If you'd like to make a donation, please visit the Children in Need website at bbc.co.uk/Pudsey. Every penny counts, so please give generously if you can. But I'm feeling ungenerous, so I'm going to make you play another round of this fiendish quiz. Round 2, to be precise. Goldfingers, you'll be going first again. Please choose a hieroglyph.
I like twisted flax.
Well, then you shall have it. And these are going to be picture clues, so I want to know what would be the 4th picture. Here's the first.
OK, so is that somebody's running the... Is that Roger Bannister?
Yeah, who knows? Next.
I think it's going to be Bacon.
Francis Bacon. Bacon, Bannister, Runner, Bacon.
Usher. Danish.
I don't
OK,
know who that- I
let's
can't
go
see if we better
let's
go
to the next
We're
one.
not
Remember, it's a
I'm not
sequence,
sure.
isn't it?
Jane Usher.
Asher, Rasher, Brasher.
Brasher.
Oh, yes.
What would it be then?
Oh, so who else?
Someone else?
10 seconds.
Brasher.
Brasher, Nasher.
Nasher.
Nasher, yeah. Nabino.
We're going to go for Nasher from the Beano.
I'm afraid I can't accept that answer, much though I love it.
answer, though.
It's a jolly good answer, but it's not the right one, so I'm going to give the Fowles the chance of a bonus.
Sher, Anthony Sher, S-H-E-R.
Anthony Sher, that's right. I think you noticed it's to do with the words. Chris Brasher, the athlete, take the first letter off his name, you get Rasher. Take the first letter off that, you get Asher, so you have to take the first letter off. And we went for Anthony Sher.
Yeah, but our idea was quite good.
What was it?
Brasher, Rasher, Asher, Nasher. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't
Yes,
it?
no, but the problem is, Matthew, that's not a sequence.
Oh, no.
It's just a rhyming word.
Well, yes, it's another one of the same.
Yes, well, it is, but unfortunately it has to be a sequence. So you get a bonus point, Fowles, and the chance to choose a question.
OK, we will have that old horned viper.
OK, what would the 4th clue be in this sequence? Here's the first.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
second, please. Huron's Lake.
Okay, are they in a size order?
Quiet over there.
Yeah.
I would take another one, so.
Next one,
Narrow down our options for the 4th.
Michigan.
So is it going down in size or up in size?
Great Lakes.
So Superior or Erie, isn't
Erie.
it?
It's Erie or Superior. I think they're going down. Lake Erie.
I'm afraid that's not the answer, but too easy, says Mr. Paris, so there's a possible bonus chance.
Superior?
It is Superior, and why is that?
Going up.
That's the only other lake that's not on there.
They are the Great Lakes in order of increasing volume, and Superior would be that one. Actually, the smallest is Erie. That would be at the other end
No,
of the
we
scale.
thought they were going
We thought it was
down.
going the other way.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
So that's your bonus, Goldfinger, and now your chance to choose a question.
Lion.
Lion, you roar. What is the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Oh, Tybalt. So he's a Capulet, is he? Or is he a... I think so, he's a Capulet. So let's see.
We should
the
get
next
another one.
Yeah. Let's get
Can we
another
go
one.
next?
Oh, so they're all members of... They're all from Tybalt, Paris. Oh, people can die. Who's the last person to die? I think Juliet's the last person to die, isn't she? Yeah,
Do you want to go for that?
Yeah.
We're going to say Juliet.
Once again, coming in after 2 clues, you get 3 points. The answer is Juliet. Daisy, I think you know the connection. What is it?
They all die in Romeo and Juliet. Tybalt gets killed by Romeo. Paris gets killed by... Oh, anyway. And Romeo kills himself and then Juliet.
The sequence is order in which the characters die in Romeo and Juliet would be next. Back to you then, Fowles, to choose a question.
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. What would be the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
OK, next one.
I go anytime. You see me cry. It's not unusual to go out anytime. It's not unusual to see me cry. It's not unusual to be mad at anyone. It's not unusual to be sad with anyone. It's not unusual. It's there. Should we get the third one in?
OK, can we have the one more?
Have fun with it.
10 seconds.
Have fun with it. It's not unusual to...
The numbers indicate it's going backwards.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
What's the first line of It's Not Unusual?
It's not unusual to be loved by anyone first.
That's it. First, be loved by anyone.
They appear in the
That
song.
is it. Lyrics from the Tom Jones song, It's Not Unusual, and it's going backwards, fourth, third, second. First is It's Not Unusual to be loved by anyone. Very well done. Back to you, Goldfingers.
2 reeds.
2 reeds. What's the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
The watershed.
The watershed.
So is that 9:30?
Oh,
No,
it could be
9.
timed.
It's 9. Yes,
Right,
it's
well,
9.
next. General.
That's 10
what time
o'clock.
does- That's
What?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
10
yeah.
o'clock.
So it's
Yes.
midnight.
So
Do you
11
think?
o'clock. Should we go for 3?
Should we say midnight?
Yes,
Yes,
let's go for it.
We're going to go for midnight.
Have a look at the first 2 clues. Tell me what you'd expect to see.
What happens at
What
12
happens
o'clock?
at
Close down.
National anthem?
National anthem.
Is it? I don't
Saving
know.
by.
Not anymore.
Can
That's
you stop
the
debating
radio.
and tell me what the
Sorry.
fourth in the sequence is?
Something that happens at 12 o'clock on the
New
television.
Year's Eve.
Yes.
Turn into a pumpkin.
I'll
Bombs.
accept your answer, something that happens at midnight. I mean, Cinderella's coach becomes a pumpkin, a new day starts, an old day
A
ends.
number of things can happen at midnight.
Oh, I see.
I said turn
We
into
thought
a
they were all
pumpkin.
on
There we are.
television, there you
Yeah.
go.
Something that happens at midnight is the answer.
on telly
Well
stuff,
done.
that's why.
Back to you, Fowles, for the final question. It's water. What would you expect the fourth in the sequence to be? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Okay.
Blue, so grey 129, blue 133.
OK, next.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
yes, yes.
7 black.
Black 147.
Black 147.
The answer is 147 in black. Very well done. And why is that?
It's the last 4 shots in a 147 break at snooker, and the
Score
colours that
achieved
you
and the colour
have
potted.
to hit.
Yeah.
That is it's the final 4 stages of achieving a 147 break along the way in the various colours 147 black. Well done to you. That means at the end of round 2, the Fowls have got 9 points, but the Goldfingers are ahead with 13. Connecting wall time. 16 clues that need sorting into 4 connected groups of 4. Fowls, you'll be going first this time. Please choose lion or water.
We'll go for lion.
OK, you've got the lion wall, 2.5 minutes to solve it. Starting now.
Bramall Lane, Gig Lane, White Hart Lane,
Meadow Lane.
Meadow Lane. They're all football grounds.
Which one?
Bramall, Gig, and White Hart.
Well done.
Okay. Cinnamon.
Bath, Chelsea, buns.
Sticky
Cinnamon.
bun.
Sticky.
Is there
Bath,
another
Chelsea, cinnamon, sticky.
Beautiful.
OK.
Right, order of the Garter.
3
order of
lives
merit,
now, so be careful. You've got
order
plenty
of
of
the British
time.
Empire. And then what are the others?
Or
Oh, White Roses. What's White Roses? Tudor Rose, Fleur de Lis.
Order
But
of
you've
the
got
Garter,
Order of the
Merit,
British
Order of the
Empire.
British
Oh,
Empire.
Order of Merit, Order of the
So
Garter.
there must be
An Order of the Fleur-de-Lis, is that?
Well, we don't really want to press it yet.
No.
Because
No,
what
we
would the
can
other
try.
four be?
Castle of Castile.
Right.
So are these all national?
Wait, we've only got two
Are they all
strikes.
national symbols?
Oh.
Because that's a national symbol. That is.
That is.
And
Order of the White Boar. Is that not Is that not an order? Is that not just? Has it not just sorted itself out for us?
okay, well, shall we?
But then what would the castle of? Oh,
2 lives now.
Shall we? So
Tudor
okay.
Rose, Thistle, Fleur-de-Lis.
And the White Boar, maybe. Well, no, Castle of Castile is not an order, is it? That sounds like a symbol for something.
A different connection.
You've got a minute
And
left.
the White Boar. So maybe these four. So
Which
Garter,
one? You try. Wait,
Merit.
what do you
Is
suggest?
Fleur-de-Lis an order? Order of the Fleur-de-Lis.
In the Scouts, maybe. That's one of their emblems.
Is
So if we did orders,
Oh,
it would be Garter, Merit, British Empire, and Fleur-de-Lis.
Yeah.
You're thinking. Well, what does these lot become?
Yeah.
The Tudor Rose. Are
think
they symbols
they're not
of royal houses?
They're not soap, are they?
Royal houses, maybe. So it's Thistle, Fleur-de-Lis, Tudor Rose. Or Castile is a.
30 seconds.
So try Castile,
Yeah.
Tudor
Try
Rose.
those four. See if
Maybe
we're in White
Fleur-de-Lis,
Boar.
on Order of the Thistle, Fleur-de-Lis and White Boar.
That's it. You've solved the wall. Very well done. 4 points immediately. And I'll give you extra points if you can tell me the connections. Bramall, Meadow, Gig, White Hart.
Well, Clark's probably played at all of them. They're all football ground lanes.
They are indeed.
Add lane to all of them and you get football grounds.
Yeah.
Bath, Chelsea, Cinnamon, Sticky. Buns. They're simply
Straight
buns.
on the hips.
Now, what about this one? Castle of Castile, Tudor Rose, Fleur-de-Lis, White Boar.
They're all emblems of royal houses, do we think?
That's what I would go
Emblems
for.
of royal houses.
I'll take it. They're royal badges, specifically of English monarchs. And the last one, Thistle, Garter, Merit, British Empire.
Orders you get from the Queen.
That's it. Orders of chivalry. Very well done. So that is 4 points for the groups you found, 4 points for the connections. You get a bonus of 2 for getting them all right. That is the maximum of 10 points. Very well done. Time to bring back the Goldfingers, see what they can do with the connecting wall. 16 new clues still need solving in the same Sudoku style. Hello, Goldfingers. You're going to get the water wall. That's what remains. 2.5 minutes to solve it. Starting now.
Blue, Browning, Arnold, we've got some poets there.
Rossetti,
Okay.
Swinburne, Hopkins, and Swinburne, Hopkins.
Try the Browning, Arnold, Rossetti.
Swinburne.
Right, well, let's see what other ones. Let's have a look at. Right, we've got Well Done, Raw,
Yeah.
Blue,
Blue.
and
Yeah.
Rare. Oh, hang on, Rare, Medium.
Oh,
Try that. Yes. Right. So now that gives us Raw. Caulfield. Does that ring any bells? Caulfield.
what about
anything to you?
fledgling?
Raw and Green.
Now it's 3 lives, so be careful. You've got plenty of time.
So we know we've got some poets there.
Browning's a
What are the other ones? What's the other possible category?
painters.
Who's not a poet? Donaldson, isn't he? Is he?
Don't think so.
Donaldson, could be
Francis
Julia Donaldson. Who's
Francis
Francis Donaldson?
Yeah, it could be Julia Donaldson. Children's poets: Browning, Donaldson. I don't know who Cass is.
I don't know, but in Caulfield, is that? So we think it possibly be Donaldson, Cass, Caulfield, and one of these other poets.
Well, why don't you try it then?
Yeah, well, we don't know which.
I think we've got to go for.
What haven't we tried on the poets front?
Got a minute
Done
left.
Browning, Arnold, Rossetti, and Hopkins.
Should we try?
And
Browning,
Swinburne.
Arnold,
We've tried those three
Yes,
and
and
each.
those two,
So what
yes.
about Browning,
Should we try those
Arnold,
four?
Rossetti, and Donaldson?
Well, let's try. Should we try those 4?
Browning,
No, we've done
Arnold,
Hopkins, haven't we?
Browning, Arnold,
Yeah, but we did
Rossetti,
that
and
with
Donaldson.
Well,
Try that.
what's Donaldson though?
Is it Julia Donaldson?
Yeah, but I think we need to stick with poets.
Okay, yeah,
Come
but
on,
I think
we're
she is a
running out of
poet.
time.
Is she? No, she wrote.
2 lives now.
You're just
One life.
guessing now.
Okay, I'm wildly guessing. Okay.
You've got 1 life.
Browning, Donaldson,
Leave Browning
Swinburne,
out.
and
Leave
Hopkins.
Browning out.
Quick.
About 15 seconds.
We've done, no, actually, we've done those 4, so we need
Arnold,
to...
Rossetti,
Swinburne
Swinburne,
and Hopkins. Quickly do it.
Hopkins. No, not Browning, not Browning.
That's it. You've used your 3 lives and the wall is frozen. But you found 2 groups, and I'll give you more points for the connections. Blue, rare, medium, well done.
Ways to cook your steak.
Ways to cook your steak.
Ways to cook beef. What about this one? Green, fledgling, raw, jejune.
All means young and unformed.
Novices.
Words for immature, that's right. And you can still get connection points for the groups you didn't find, so let's resolve the wall. Browning, Rossetti, Swinburne, Hopkins.
All Catholic. No.
What's your answer?
Well, the poets.
They are Victorian poets.
The poets.
And the last group, Arnold, Cass, Donaldson, Caulfield.
Are they all...
What about the
Corrie
Beach Boys?
Caulfield. I think
Yes.
they're all Radio 4 announcers.
They are Radio 4 newsreaders and announcers. Alice Arnold, Harriet Cass, Peter Donaldson
Yes.
and Corrie Caulfield. They're familiar now, aren't they, when you fill them
Yes.
in? So you found 2 groups and you got 4 points for the connections. That's a total of 6. Let's see what that does to the scores going into the final round. The Fowls have got 19 points. The Goldfingers also have 19 points. Now, you can stop that. It's rude to make personal remarks. I put the ears on because it's a special night. If you want to play a connecting wall, we've got a special Children in Need one on our website, and you'll also find there a link to the Children in Need donation site. But we are going to play round 4, the Missing Vowels round, where evidently this will be decided. So fingers on buzzers, teams. I will tell you the connections in advance. The first 4 clues are all inflammations of the body. Vowels.
Tennis elbow.
Correct. Goldfingers.
Shin splints.
Correct. Don't know this one. It's housemaid's knee. Next clue. Vowels.
Chugger's nipple.
Correct. Next category, celebrities who were cartoonists. Vowels.
Bob Monkhouse.
Correct. Don't know this one. It's Federico Fellini. Next clue. Vowels.
Oh, Cheryl Barker.
I'm afraid you lose a point. Goldfingers, do you know it?
Charlie Brooker.
Charlie Brooker, correct. Next clue. Vowels.
Humphrey Littleton.
Correct. Next category, some of the 50 ways to leave your lover. Vowels.
You don't need to be coy, Roy.
Correct. Vowels.
Hop on the bus, Gus.
Correct. Vowels.
Make any plans, Dan.
Correct. Vowels.
Just drop off the key, Lee.
That's right. Next category, quotations from Hamlet. Don't know this one. Brevity is the soul of wit. But there will be no next clue because that sound means it's the end of the quiz. And after an amazing wall round and decisive round 4, the Goldfingers finish on 21 points, but the Fowls are the winners with 26.
Hey, well done.
Very
you
well
two.
played. Well played, all of you. And, of course, thank you very much for giving your time to support this excellent charity. Thank you for watching. Do give something if you possibly can. I know we're just a humble little quiz, but I'm sure we can raise enough at least to get that poor bear a second eye. Goodbye.
Stay with us here on BBC 4, kicking off a double bill from our Glorious Food season with a profile of the first MasterChef with Michelle Roux on Escoffier in just a moment. And then tomorrow, charting the rise and rise of Australian wine. We've a tasting at Chateau Chunder from 9.